Hello, welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name is Tops and today I'm going to be talking about the Bournemouth game. A must-win game after that absolutely embarrassing and humiliating defeat against Liverpool and the shambolic transfer window that we just had, the worst in our history, like I've said in a previous video. And we really need to bounce back and we really need to do it well because we need to give something... Well, Arsenal, need to give something for the fans to cheer about and be excited about because it's just been doom and gloom ever since the first win against Leicester. We've lost the last two games and not really strengthened in the positions where Arsenal fans thought they would do. So this is a very key game against a very tough Bournemouth side. A Bournemouth side that have got dangerous players in terms of Josh King, Jermaine Defoe, Daniels, who scored a fantastic goal against Manchester City as well. So we need to be very careful because it's going to be a difficult game, especially at home. We've already conceded 3 goals at home to Leicester, so we need to be defensively sound and make sure that we score enough goals to win this game, because if we lose this game as well, that'll be 3 on the bounce, and we've got Chelsea in the Premier League after this, and it's just looking like it's going to be a disastrous season. But before I get to the preview and what I would say my team would be, I just have to comment on Arsene Wenger's comments about him blaming the media for Arsenal fans being upset. And I've got to come to this because Arsene Wenger, he does the blame game a lot. You know, last season he blamed the fans for making it a toxic atmosphere, and now he's blaming the media for the fans not being happy. And Arsene, you need to look at yourself, mate. I'm not being funny, but it was you and the board that have let the fans down in terms of not getting enough key players in to satisfy the fans, and all this messing about with all the summer signings in terms of not playing Lacazette, not playing Kolasinac, you know, putting them on the bench, playing them out of position, etc., etc. And, you know, we've got no one else to blame but yourself. So stop blaming the media, stop blaming the fans, and have a good look at yourself and start taking some responsibility. And that's the problem at this club. No one takes responsibility. There's no accountability for anything. We can get smashed 4-0 and everything's just as it was before, and no one takes any kind of blame or suffers any kind of consequences. That's one of the key things that's wrong at this club. But yeah, back to the Bournemouth game and back to what I would say my team would be. And to start off in goal, it would be Petr Cech. Now, Petr Cech, he saved us, to be honest with you, even though he conceded 4 goals. If it wasn't for him, it could have been 6 or 7, literally 6 or 7. So he starts for me. He's better than Ospina for me, and he starts in this game. At right back, I would pick Hector Bellerin. Now, I've not been impressed with Hector Bellerin all season, to be honest. I thought he's been very, very poor. But he's the only right back we've got at the club now, apart from, obviously, Matthew Debuchy, who should be nowhere near the first team. So, for me, Hector Bellerin, he has to start. He has to improve on his game, to be fair, though. Improve on his crossing and his delivery. But he has to start this game because Arsenal have left us short in that position yet again. In terms of centre-backs, I would play with Mustafi just because I think he's a bit quicker than Per Mertesacker, and we're going to need a bit of pace just because they've got Josh King and Jermaine Defoe probably likely to play up front, or Afobe as well. So Mustafi, he needs to forget about all the transfer talk. He's going to be here to at least January now, so we need to get that at the back of his head and start performing for Arsenal. You know, Arsenal fans, maybe some of them have been disappointed with how he's performed over the last year or so. So he needs to try and prove to the fans that he's, you know, worthy of wearing the shirt and put in a good performance. So Mustafi for me, and alongside him, Laurent Koscielny. Again, he had a poor game like many of the players did against Liverpool. He needs to put in a very good performance. He's supposed to be our vice captain, so he needs to start acting like it. Put in a good performance here, and I think him and Mustafi, they did have a decent partnership before Mustafi got injured last season, so I think that would be a key partnership to try and resurrect this season. Left back, Kolasinac, please, I want to see this guy play in his actual position, which is left back. We've bought the best left back in Germany, and I've seen him play left back 1/2 in the pre-season against in the Emirates Cup. So we need to see what he's like. You know, at least play him in his proper position and start him, for God's sake, Arsene Wenger. So yeah, Kolasinac for me. He's got to play left back for me. As I was saying, I'm changing back to a back 4. I just think we've not been as solid in recent games with a back 3. So for this game, I think we need to go back to a back 4, go back to basics and see if we can build off of going back to basics with a win. So yeah, back 4 with 2 midfielders. Granit Xhaka, he's had a mixed season, you know, got 2 assists but gave the ball away in each of our games, which led to goals. So I think he just needs to cut that sloppy play out of his game. Start concentrated. Don't do stupid passes that put us under pressure for no reason. But for me, apart from Santi Cazorla, I think he's our best passing midfielder at the club, so he's going to have to start. And with him, I would say Mohamed El-Neni, I still think this is the best midfield partnership, best pivot. So for me, he starts this game as well. I think he just needs to be a bit more disciplined than he was against Leicester. But apart from that, I think this is a two good midfield pairing that could help us win this game. Now, on the left-hand side, it's the main man, Alexis Sanchez. To be honest with you, I'm shocked that he's still at the club. I thought he would definitely be a gunner. And all this messing about with selling him, not selling him, getting Lamar in, not getting Lamar in, it's just proved to be an absolute mess. But he is here at least until January, and I think he will give his 100%, and he wants to win. That's always the key for Alexis Sanchez. He wants to win football matches, and I think playing him on the left-hand side, I think hopefully he can regain some of his form that he had from last season. He had a fantastic season then. So yeah, I'd play him on the left-hand side. In the middle, the controversial one, Mesut Ozil, I'd play him, I'd start him. He had a bit of a bite back at Legends this past couple of weeks, but it seemed like against Germany he actually answered them the right way, and that's actually performing on the pitch. He got a goal and an assist in this game, so hopefully he can bring that form into the Arsenal game. And because, as I said, he's the best number 10 at the club, and when he's on fire, then the team normally is playing well. So hopefully he can bring some of that form into this game and get his season into the club level up and running. On the right hand side, I'd go with Danny Welbeck. I know he's had a mixed season as well, missed quite a lot of chances against Stoke, but if in terms of him or Theo Walcott, I think Welbeck still provides much more impact in the game than someone like Theo Walcott does. I think Danny Welbeck, I still think that was an area we needed to strengthen. A Riyad Mahrez playing there would have been great, but we didn't. So I think Danny Welbeck, he will have enough just to start ahead of Theo Walcott in that position for me. And up front, Lacazette, please play Lacazette. He's our record transfer signing, one of the best strikers in Europe. We need to see him play up front. I do not want to see him on the bench again in a Premier League game, because we need him. We need him to score goals and help improve on our 5th place position that we had last season. So for me, Lacazette, he starts up front. And yeah, that'll be my team. Please comment, like, subscribe, comment on what your team would be and who you would play in this game. But yeah, that's been my thoughts on the game. I think it's going to be a tight game. Hopefully we can win. I'll probably go with a 2-1 prediction, but knowing me, I'll probably be wrong. But yeah, that's been my review. My preview. Hope you've enjoyed it and liked it. Please subscribe. Like I said, my name's been Tops. Come on, you Gunners.